What's cracking, guys? Welcome back to some more Black Girls, where last time we princess carried our lady to safety. And we also had sexual innuendo Bramble Forest over here. And also this girl knows nothing of practical clothing. You can literally see the camel so much in there. there is a camel right there. God, guys, please, the developers of this game who make this make my life easier on me for censoring. But anyway, I know, but even if any of them are still following us, it will likely take them a while to find us again. So I think we can rest for now. At least for a few minutes, at least. Alright, I think we can do that. I sure hope so. Because I don't think I'm going to be up for going anywhere anytime soon. And while we rest, can you explain more about yourself? Well, I'll tell you about my hobbies. No, we're not doing that. You said that your father somehow transported you here? Yeah, it was kind of like magic. That actually kind of worked, I think. I nodded, thinking back to the initial story that I had started to tell Asai. From everything I had seen thus far, the world we were in was some kind of fantasy setting. Keen observation there. And given that Asai had no knowledge of doctors or hospitals, I suspected that concepts such as scientists, virtual reality, and modern technology would have flown right overhead. Yeah, probably. So, when explaining my origins, I decided it's best to put my explanation in words that she would simply understand. I come from a land far away! You don't know of it! Yeah, although that really wasn't what was supposed to happen. Dad's invention. It was supposed to show me other worlds, and even explore them a bit. Me actually coming here, that was part of a complete accident. Yeah, I know, right? I still don't see how it could have happened in the first place. I see. So that's why you were calling out for your parents before. yeah. It wasn't because I'm a big pussy. No, come on, girl. I'm a big strong man. I don't know. Yeah. Mom and I were visiting Dad and his assistant where they worked. And I wound up testing his invention. It was a special helmet with gloves and boots that would allow me to walk to another world. You weren't wearing any helmets or gloves when I first saw you. And the only things on your feet were those shoes of yours. Well, at least I have, clothes. That's a good start. Unlike these girls, Jesus. Anyway, I know. I didn't realize it at first. But I must have lost them somehow when I came here. Or perhaps they're still back in Dad's labs. I really don't understand it at all. Well, strange. Things happen when you tamper with forces beyond your kin. And you and your father clearly did. Sure, man! But we like tampering. It's fun. It's for science. That's alright? It was really annoying. I was really annoyed with this. I mean, how was I supposed to know something as insane as this would happen? Well, yeah. I mean, it's so good. You get boobs. But if you are of another world, as you claim, then how is it that you can speak the same language as me? Game logic, anime logic, that's just how it works, man. How is it that you are even human at all? If you are from another world, then wouldn't you be something else? Well, yeah. Despite everything, I couldn't help but smile a bit at this. Well, plot convenience, I have no idea. To be honest, I was surprised about that part as you probably were. I let out a huge tired sigh at this. Much had happened in a very short order, and I was as mentally overwhelmed as I was physically exhausted. I wonder what they were doing. If they've even realized that something's gone wrong. Oh god, they're just like, well, we finally got rid of the bitch. Let's go have a party. Fiesta! Oh god, that is so bad. Are they... I'm certain that they're trying to find you. If that's what you're wondering. Yeah, sure. Smiling at this heartfelt encouragement, I turned again to Asai, who was sitting up to herself. More and more, it was getting harder for me to think of her as being just something my father had created. Yeah, I know, right? You're falling into the waifu trap. Soon you will be a degenerate, like the rest of us. God, I'm so bad. As just a bunch of ones and zeros assembled from demonstrations of his invention. Well, maybe, but in a way, that's what I'm worried about. Dad, he had another setup. like the one I was wearing when I came here. So I guess it's possible that he or someone else could come looking for me. Oh god, Candy, come looking. Oh, that'd be bad. But what happens if several seconds passed in awkward silence at this? Silence that was brought to an end when Asai placed a gentle hand upon my bare shoulders. Yeah, it's gonna be fine. We're gonna be waifus. If your father is clever enough to create such devices, then he's bound to be able to find a way to retrieve you, without repeating the same things that led to your situation. Yeah, I'm sure we'll be A-okay, guys. I hope so. I wonder if there'll be an end where I could just wind up just staying here instead, you know? Like, I don't know. I mean, I guess. I'm sorry. A puzzled frown appears on Asai's face. Oh, why are you so sad? But for what? For, I mean, you've already got so much on your plate as it is. Except clothes. No, not so bad. Anyway, that is this war you got, this war you told me about. The Starklings, you nearly got killed because of me. And here I am, rambling on about my problems. So, yeah, I know. Your world seems a little bit more fucked up than me, but, you know, it's fine. Asai just sat there, blinking a few times as she considers my words. Right before she issued a tiny sigh and leaned in closer to me. Oh. Over the course of our war with the underworld, I've had help with those who were fortunate enough to escape their villages before they were converted to darkness. Oh, she helped people! Good going! Yay! And every time, they wept without the lives they had left behind, the homes they had been forced to abandon, the livelihoods they had lost. Oh! So we're in this kind of apocalyptic setting. Alright, that's cool. As Asai spoke, her words weighed down by her heavy heart. I wound up feeling like an even bigger heel. Yeah. Her problems is a little bit worse. I'd seen enough movies and played enough games to have seen tragedies such as she had described being played out as part of the story. And with my sense of disbelief suspended, it's very easy for me to empathize with the characters having to deal with such horrors. Yeah, I know, right? That's essentially why you do not want to live in MMOs or other places, man. You will fucking die. You know how many times you die in MMOs? Like, seriously. So, I don't want to do that. But the person I was listening to wasn't a character on the other side of the screen. As far as we know, could be a fatty. So anyway, my every sense perceived a living, breathing person now sitting before me. I could feel her tender skin upon my shoulder. I could feel her breath. See the concern and sorrow she wore in her eyes, and smell the scent of a woman wafting off her. Oh man, she's crying and depressed, but smells good. Anyway, no, don't be creepy, dude. And as I did so, I couldn't help but feel a deep shame for burning Asai with my own problems. Thank you. Feel guilty, you fucker. Asai, and that's why I understand. Oh, she's good. You don't have to feel sorry about being worried about your world and your family. A deep breath of abiding sadness shadowed Asai's eyes as she leaned in just a bit closer to me. And I felt a shiver of excitement through my spine. Oh, she's going to smudge me. No, I don't think that's going to happen. Anybody in your position would be doing the same. Truth is, I'm surprised you've handled it as well as you are. Oh, thank you. I am pretty well kept together, like you. I really didn't know what to say about to that. I mean, I expected Asai to be annoyed with me, especially with all the problems she had already had to deal with. After all, she was fighting a war. Nearly gotten killed because of it. You know, sorry about almost getting killed there, but I saved your life a little bit. But even as I thought this, I reminded myself that as a soldier or warrior, or whatever she was exactly, nudist, stripper, who knows? So, Asai had been through this before. She had probably heard the cries and torment of many people by the time I had fallen into this world of Burokku. Oh, good. Well, let's just have a nice, dark, heavy thing just laid across every fucking game. That's wonderful. Which, ironically enough, made me feel like an even bigger heel. Well, maybe it just hasn't really hit me yet. Listen, I'm feeling a bit better now, so maybe we should start moving again. The sooner we get to your village, the sooner the people there can get you patched up. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. And less chances of us getting killed. Asai considered this for a moment before giving me a quick nod, allowing her hand to fall from my shoulder. Oh, my cursor was on her tits. You know why? Right. We can't afford to remain stationary for long. And I'm gonna argue with this. I slowly force myself up to my I mean, can you blame me? It just gravitates. It's to the side of the screen. It pulls you in. So anyway, and then I turned to his side, got down on one knee, and proposed marriage to my new wife. No! And after gently sliding my forearms and hands underneath her frame, grunted, "Oh God, this bitch is fucking heavy. Whoa, woman, lay off the food." Grunted and lifted her to my arms once more. You should add the grunt, man. That's a little bit insulting. Oh, there we go again. Son of a bitch, why do you do this? Why do you make the nips so prominent? Let's just try and avoid any more of those bushes. Managing a wan chuckle, Asai nodded. Agreed. Oh, well, that was quick. All right. We need to get to that way. Just follow the path, and we should reach the Kahi village before nightfall. Well, nodding this, I started forward in the direction that Asai indicated. Once again aware that I was holding an incredibly beautiful and exceptionally well-endowed specimen of femininity in my arms. Why does she always have the feminine? We know she's a fucking woman. All right, come on now. Doing my best to ignore. Oh. Whoa, bedroom eyes there. Hello. Doing my best to ignore the way Asai's breaths bounced with every step I took. I followed the path through the woods, constantly aware of the way the sun changed positions in the sky. I think she's enjoying this. Alright. I wasn't sure what time it was. Oh God, her face changed again. What was that? Why did her face change so suddenly? I wasn't sure what time it was in this world. Or maybe the Burokku had the same hours or anything like Witch Earth did. If it's like anything like a game, every like 15 minutes is like a day. I don't know. But I honestly hope that the warrior woman I carried was correct about us reaching her village before the line of the sun faded into night. This was a strange world. None of the familiar things that I depended upon to get by on Earth. Well, you got the sun at least. That's a good start in women. No street lights, no flashlights, and things much worse than a mugger in an alley. yeah. There was no doubts about it. Well, at least there's no guts can kill instantly, alright? So you gotta watch out for those. Those things are dangerous. This could, and most likely would get a lot scarier when night fell. Also giving even a greater sense to get to an even deeper darkness. Yeah, you know, there could be creepers or shit lurking out there the night they'll spawn. I still don't even know much about those darklings or any of the rest of it. Why are they attacking? If they're just evil for the sake of being evil, or any of it, well, in games, that's just how it is. And as I mused upon this situation, I realized that remaining ignorant was not in my best interest. I didn't know how to survive in this world until Dad and Candy figured out how to get me back where I belonged. And as I considered this, pausing just long enough to hope that this didn't happen until I got Asai home to where she could get some help at least, I realized that we hadn't really spoken about what was going on in the world. Like, yeah, like why is everybody dying and what's going on? So, by the way, Asai, what the fuck is this war about? Like, what the shit? Huh? The Darklings. You said that flow of the underworld was turning people and villages to darkness. What's that all about anyway? And how did all this get started in the first place? A dark shadow crossed Asai's face with these words. That's a very long story. Oh god, we're gonna get more exposition dumping, yay! It was clear that this was a very unpleasant subject from her perspective. But as much as I didn't want to weigh Asai down with any further burdens, I still needed to know as much as I could, because that was the only way I saw myself being able to survive in this world. Well, like you said earlier, it's still a while to your village, so I think we have time for a long story. Oh god! Sit down, guys, it's story time! Yay! The story, I don't know. The look on Asai's face made it clear that she understood my point. At the same time, this did nothing to make her feel any less reluctant to discuss the events of this world to me. But even as I considered how to address this and make more comfortable speak with me, a powerful noise echoed through the air and caused me to pause. Oh shit, okay, woo, exposition for another day. A noise I immediately recognized, having heard it in many games I had played and movies I had watched. It's a monster! The sound of it explode. Oh shit! And I wasn't the only one who reacted to this sound. Oh god, that's not good. Oh no. Did they blow up the village? 2 words. That's all Asai said. The grief and despair that hung in the air in the wake of her words. They held an entire world of me. Oh shit! Well, that's not good. Oh! And when the second explosion sounded and our horror visibly increased, I forgot all about my fatigue, my pain, and instead focused on the sound. Well, should we investigate that? Is that a good idea? And as I did, I took note of the second path that had branched off the one we were presently on, and seemed to go in the direction that the sound was coming from. Well, guess we're going! Sure it's safe! The explosions meant two things in my mind. One, and most obviously, that there was danger somewhere close by. No fucking shit! But two, and more importantly, that people were in danger. Something on his eyes clear dismay immediately. Oh, how are we gonna fight them? We're fucking crippled! And so, acting on sheer instinct and perhaps a good-sized dose of suicidal stupidity brought on by a lifetime of being able to get out of a jam by quitting a game and going back to the main menu, I started running down the second. Alright! Oh man, this guy's so worried! Alright, but we're going right towards the sound of the explosions. That can't be good, bro. What? Wait, Takashi, don't. There's nothing we can do. Yeah, no shit! Just silver crossbow? I really should have stopped. And under most circumstances, I would have. But even as I was running, other sounds rode the winds. Sounds of chaos and confusion. What is he, a fucking elf now? Oh, a red sun rises. Blood has been spilt this night. The guy, stop it. Sounds such as screams and pleas for help. Noises of conflict and cruelty and laughter of hideous, gloating Oh shit! I had no idea what could be done to help. After all, I had no powers or weapons, and so I was injured and nude. Yes, nude. Save for my shirt and what little remained of her own outfit. But even as she cried out to me, tried to get me to back the way I came, I kept moving, right up to until I reached the edge of the woods and found myself on a cliff made up of blocks that compose everything this world. Yes, we know it's made of blocks. And it was right then I skidded to a halt, frozen with horror at the sight that had awaited me down the valley below. Oh shit, here we go. Oh no. Oh no. Oh shit. Well, there we go. A town is big ravaged. We sent in dead people and evil cloaked figures burning a poor testificate place. I mean, what? No, not testificates. Those don't exist. I thought I'd seen some pretty scary stuff in the past. But what I saw below me made it look like a trip to an amusement park by comparison. Down below me in the valley was a village made up of the many blocks in this world. A village that would have otherwise looked pretty much like any other fantasy genre that one could imagine. And under normal circumstances, I would have been willing to bet it would have been every bit as tranquil and peaceful, even boring as you could imagine such a village being. Well, yeah, usually villages are boring in RPGs, unless this shit happens. But this was far from normal circumstances. Man, why is he so worried? We know. Surrounding the village on every side was more of the darklings I'd seen before. I could see someone probably getting tangled and killed there. That's probably not good. Anyway, they were swarming over everything in sight below, leaping about the tops of buildings, starting through the causeways that had led through the village. But actually, the horror of the situation was that, unlike last time I had seen them, there were now many innocent bystanders in close proximity to them. Now, like before, at a view of what I took to be an average citizen of the people of Burokku, and they were very much people like that anyone you would expect on the street. Well, that's nice, and they're dying. And were dressed the same kind of simple clothing that I had gathered to be the standard fare of the fantasy world. And they reacted to the darkness with many different shades of horrified revulsion, like they were an abomination, a twisted and monstrous perversion of their own kind. Great! And it was a horror that the people of the village ran from the best they could, shrinking further and further back towards the center of the village even as the darklings advanced, gleefully beating and tormenting any villager luckless enough to be caught by them. Well, shit! A lump of bile formed in my throat as I watched the darklings carry out every evil that could be conceived by the human mind against the villagers, even as they corralled them in the center of the village. Yeah, boy! I watched savage beatings on the other acts of wanton evil being carried out without a trace of hesitation or compassion. So are we just gonna watch them being horribly mutilated? Okay. And with every instance of sheer evil and malice and hate, the darklings laughed in gloating triumph and malevolent merriment. And as horror after horror piled up before me, I found myself almost speechless. Oh, Nice line. Oh, all right. Well, that's my way to do it. It was all I could say. All I could get past the lump of despair that had filled my throat. All I could say with my heart feeling in the face of sheer evil. Well, this took like a terrible turn here. When is it gonna get happy? I know. Starting slightly, I looked down at the warrior woman I held in my arms, and saw Sai gazing upon the villagers as well, tears welling up in her gentle eyes as misery darkened her features. I've already seen this so many times. So many villagers taken, good people turned. Swallowing loudly, gulping down the suffering that had welled up in her own throat, Sai looked pleadingly at me. Please don't hate them. Don't hate them. They're evil. What? What they're doing, it's not their fault. They were turned and... Turned? Wait, you said something about that before in Asai. What's going on here? What are these darklings? Why are they doing this? Why? My voice promptly gave out, but there were simply no words capable of conveying the sheer horror I felt. But as I struggled for words that I could say, Sai issued a tired sigh and nodded. Alright, set me down and I'll explain. Oh good! Let's have a nice story time as we hear the startled cries of despair of the villagers below. For a moment, part of me considered asking if perhaps it would be best if we should move away from the village. Yeah, that would probably be good. But instead of giving voice to the sentiment, I just did as requested too. Too numb to really be doing anything other than heed Asai's words. Really, dude? Okay. And so I set her down so that she was sitting next to me, in which she reached up and took a hold of my shoulder so that as to steady herself and remain in a seated position. Oh god! So let's watch the horror go on together. Isn't this lovely? Our world, Burokku, is divided into an overworld and an underworld by blocks that shape the overworld, much like it is now. Oh, well, yeah, I get that. Random generated. The blocks which we first created by our ancestors many ages ago so as to make it simpler to craft this world into an ideal one. A world where we could all be happy and could live in a place that could met our needs and took care of us. ... So wait, you mean these mountains and valleys and all the rest of it, it's all artificial? I mean, man-made? Oh, alright, like, by gods maybe? Well, of course. You don't really think that nature alone would have shaped the blocks, do you? Still, I guess so, yeah. I, really don't know what to think, yeah. I mean, anything could have been happening too fast for me to... I mean, what's with this, like, realistic, like, girls and then the block setting? Like, that's just... Come on. I mean, things have been happening too fast for me to really think about it. Much of anything, really. Sai gave a slight nod to this. The secret to moving the blocks was lost a very long time ago. But even so, the land gave us everything we needed. And in return, we tended to the land in relative harmony. So, they can't punch the blocks and move it? Like, really? That's the secret. At this point, Asai's expression hardened in a dangerous manner. But all of that came to an end when the underworld has found a way to push aside the blocks that kept them confined. So no! They learned how to mine it. They had fucking diamond pickaxes. The underworlds, they lived down in caves and caverns beneath the blocks. In fact, according to legend, the underworld is where the blocks were first created, and where our overworld was first planned and eventually created. Okay, but then why are they doing this? Why are they... I gestures down to the village below. Yeah, why are they murdering people over there? What's going on? Aside from my outstretched hand, and her features fell with fresh sorrow. The darklings aren't underworlds. They may have been transformed by the evil of the underworlds and brought forth from the depths of the fiery world below. But once they were overworld. They were people much like you and myself. It was a situation that was about as cliche as it came. Yeah, oh man, that's cheesy. A trick that I've seen more times than I care to count in various monster movies or games. And I always found this to be the plot twist that had basically been done to death. But as I looked at all too real nightmares that was even now unfolding below, I saw nothing boring about it. Hey man, this is pretty good. Let's get some popcorn. God damn it. Or entertaining, or anything other than abhorrent and sickening. So, what you said about villages being turned, you meant the villagers as well? Sai gave me a tiny sniff before nodding. But what about the underworlds you told me about? If they're the ones who are turning your people into darklings, where are they? And how many are there? What? There are 3 of them. At least, only 3 we've seen. There's only 3 of them. And as for where they are, they should be arriving any second now. Oh shit. Here. Oh shit. Issuing a noise of confusion, I watched the side reach into what remains of her own clothing. What remains? Hold on, there's only one thing I see that remains of her clothing. Where was she storing that? So, a moment later, she pulled forth a crystal block that burned with its own inner light. She had a crystal hiding somewhere, boys. This is a far-sight crystal. We can use it to see and hear whatever happens below, as if we're down there ourselves. And since we're here, you might as well see for yourself what we're facing, and what will happen to us if we cannot stop the underworlds. Oh boy! I was about to ask how exactly this crystal worked, before I could get another world out. I think you mean word. But anyway, the light shining from within the far-sight crystal flashed brilliantly, sending out little sparkles that gathered together mid-air before resolving into a good-sized orb. And within that orb, I found myself able to clearly see the atrocities that were going on down below, as if I was down there among the ravaging darklings. Maybe we should get moving again. Get away from here before anyone... Yeah, again! We are in no danger. The flow of the underworld won't be able to reach us here. Once it's unleashed, we'll solve that village's reigns of influence. Sure, plot convenience bullshit? Yeah, alright. As I pondered these words and tried to make sense of them, a single tale from one of Sai's gentle eyes. Besides, as long as you're trapped in this world, you're in as much danger as this war as any native Burokku. And learning about the underworlds and their power could be the only thing that keeps you alive. I was seriously considered debating that idea, but before I could say anything further, Sai's features creased with rage and loathing. Okay! Look, there they are. Oh, we're gonna see them finally! Oh my god! Are you serious? Are you fucking serious? These are the evil girls. You got one babe here that has like a fucking jacket that goes all the way down to her crotch. Don't ask me why. What's the tie doing? What is that tie even doing? Classy. And over here is dominatrix shoulder babe and a fucking maid. A maid! An evil maid! Alright. I don't even know what to say more. But I think we'll learn about these sexy ladies next time here, guys. Holy shit, it's so dumb. So, hope you guys enjoyed this episode here. Leave a like if you did. And I hope to see you beautiful sons of guns again next time.
You crazy mother...